nobody give a fuck when you doing bad.
The time.
I came up.
Back in your computer screens. Beyond the gloves and tape. I'm Rob on Combat. That's Josh Imola. Big episode today. Zsolt Darinyi Jr. is live with us. The whole episode. It's going to be great. But first, a word from our sponsors. Charlie Covers. If you guys like winning money, hit him up right now and in his inbox. Hashtag BTGAT on Instagram for 30% off all pig packages. Let's get right into it because this is a big one. Zsolt Darinyi Jr., welcome back. The first reoccurring guest. Beyond the Gloves and Tape favorite fighter. Coming off huge knockout last weekend. 2-year layoff. Didn't look like it. How you feeling, champ?
Man, thanks for having me. I feel great. I feel great. We fought a few days ago, Saturday. Today's Friday, almost a week. And I'm feeling good. I've been doing light work, just taking a little bit easy. It's been hard taking it a little bit easy because my coach is telling me, take it easy, do this, just do that. But it's hard. I wanna go. I'm ready to go. So, but I needed this few days, and we're back into training camp this Monday. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, I felt.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I felt good. It was a good training camp for that fight too.
Oh, dude, man, 2 years off, okay, and he comes back with 2 fights in 2 months. What? Like what? That's crazy, bro. Like you look like a stud. Didn't look like you took any time off. But before we get into the title fight and everything, we got so much to talk about with you. You are a busy man right now. Again, thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule. Obviously, you got.
Of course.
Not only is this guy fighting for a world title, fighting last weekend, juggling being a father, and now he's taking time out for Beyond Gloves and Tape. That's why we love you, champ. Anyway,
Of course.
I want you to take me through the game plan. Because, to me, watching, it looked like you were content staying behind the jab, but, no, you looked for our knockout came organically. And you said in the press conference, like a shark in water when he smells blood, you were all over him, bro. You did not disappoint. 4th round KO, took his time. And want to know Red Owl under Red Owl? You gotta feel great right now, right?
Yeah, I feel great, man. Everyone's so excited. They see the improvement since the fight before this. They see a huge improvement. I've been training with Lennox for the past year since that loss, and I let that fight be close. The fight before this one, I let it be close because I didn't have a game plan. I didn't have the right, mindset going into that fight, and we just changed a lot of things. I learned so much from that fight. We changed a lot of things. We had a great game plan, and what Lennox has been showing me is just I'm a strong guy. I have power naturally. I don't need to wing my shots to knock these guys out. Sometimes all I need to do is touch them, and the knockout will arise, right? And we've been working out a lot of things, and it just showed. It showed a little bit. The stuff that we were working on. This is the first fight I had after training with him, and I already feel a huge difference. I was focused on obviously the jab, and I wasn't focused on knocking him out. I was just focused on kind of breaking him down and doing my thing in there. And that was the game plan, right? And I didn't even get to fulfill the game plan because the fight was stopped early. I caught him with the clean left hook, counter left hook, and that was a part of the game plan too. We seen that he's open when he comes in with the jab. He's open for the left hook. So I just anticipated off of his 1-2. He was throwing it 3. He was trying to throw a 1-2 left hook. And while he was trying to throw the left hook, I caught him in between, caught him with a nice left hook. So
it was picture perfect too. I had to rewatch it. After the fight was over, I went back and watched it again because I missed it completely. It was so fast. I was telling Josh and everyone who would listen. I was like, holy crap! Like that. Did you see that? Cause I didn't. That was crazy.
It was quick, and honestly, I seen him coming in, and I was surprised. I thought he was gonna try coming a little bit more in the beginning, but he didn't. He just didn't let his hands go. He just didn't feel comfortable in there to let his hands go, and I guess that was just I'm a long fighter. I have a long jab, and I counter off of his punches too. So I guess he didn't want to let his hands go too early either. He was trying to be smart in there and not get caught with any big shots. But when he did come in and he started feeling a little bit more comfortable because I was in closer, right? I was in a closer range. I was feeling more comfortable. And I seen him. I was happy that he threw a 1-2. Finally, he didn't just throw a one punch combination, which was an overhand right or overhand left. He finally threw a 2-punch combination. And as soon as I seen that, I anticipated off of it. I wasn't 100% sure he's going to throw that left hook or what he's going to throw, but I was ready for it. My defense was ready for anything that he threw after that. But while he was punching, I said this was a perfect time, and that's why I seen he was open for that left hook. It wasn't power, it was just speed. I caught him right on the chin and
Now,
wobbled legs.
kind of a late stoppage, right? I mean, I'm watching at home, and like he got to 9, gets on his feet, referee rolls his eyes. Okay, I don't know if you watched it back and see that. I did, and I thought that was absolutely hilarious. But I'm like, what's this guy doing? Like, call it off, man. Like, this guy's not there right now.
The referee rolled his eyes,
Yeah. If you watch it back right now, like, he goes, show me your gloves, right? And he puts his gloves up, and the ref goes like this. He goes over his head with his gloves. Like, he had no idea, you know what I mean?
Wow.
I was like, holy crap. Like, this guy should not.
But during the fight, while I was fighting.
10 seconds later, the fight's over. I mean, come on, right? But
yeah.
So when you're
and you know what's crazy?
Oh, so go ahead, champ.
Yeah, what's crazy about that? Like while the fight was going on, when I caught him with that left hook, I seen how dazed he was. I don't know if you can see on the video, but when I dropped him with that left hook, I was like, man, this guy's out of it. I was surprised that the fight kept going because I seen he's out, and this is dangerous for him. But like I said, I'm a shark when I smell water. When I smell blood, water. I'm like a shark, I jump on it. Like this is a part of the game, and this is how I have to be, because anything can happen. How many fights there was where the one fighter drops the guy and he's winning fashionably, and then he gets caught. This is boxing, man. This is serious. So when I have a guy hurt, I can't take it easy on him because I feel bad or anything like that. I need to jump on it and I need to get him out of there, and I need to keep punching until the referee stops it. That's the referee's job. Yeah. In that position, if it's a position where I see the guy's like he's completely out on the ropes, then I would stop. I'll tell the referee like he's out. But I have to keep going until the referee stops, right? It's very important that we have good referees to stop these fights at the right time, because fighters can't be getting hurt, and it's not my job to see how hurt the fighter is, because a fighter could look like he's so hurt and then come back and make it a tough fight. So anytime I'm out there, this is the way I think. Like, I'm not focused on how hurt the guy is or anything like that. I need to get the job done, and my job is done when the referee says stop, right? And when I seen how hurt he was, I was surprised that they let the fight go. But I was like, look, I'm a shark. I jumped on him. I'm a lion, and I smell blood. I jumped on it. And,
no disrespect to you in that either. That's more to the referee. Like you said, that is his job. That's not your job. Your job is to get him out.
Yeah.
But leading up to the knockout. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think the referee did a good job. He stopped it. It's just, the last punch I think I caught him with, it really busted up. He broke his eye socket, and he broke his eye socket and had a huge cut. And that was from the very last punch. Right. The guy seemed like he was dazed. He was obviously hurt, but he wasn't out. So the referee didn't stop it yet. But that last punch I caught him with, it really did some damage. And, afterwards I felt bad for the guy. Obviously, I prayed for him.
Me too. Yeah, I shared that too. We're still praying for him.
Yeah. We still are. This is a serious business, and, I don't want anyone to get hurt in there seriously, have no major injuries. Right. So I pray that he has a full recovery.
So, yeah, like you basically almost answered it there. But leading up to the knockout, did you see his eye was busted up? Because like you said, his orbital was broken, right? Like, was that just off the one shot, or was it already busted up going in?
It was the one shot. It was the last punch.
Wow.
What's crazy is
that's crazy. That is crazy.
It was like the last hook or the last right hand. It was either the second last punch or the last punch, and it was just I was throwing such hard shots at that point because he's hurt, and I knew that I can. Yeah. That I think I caught him with such a clean shot. It busted up his eye, and I didn't even see it until all I see so much blood. As soon as I hit him, I didn't see it opened up or nothing. When I hit him, the referee stopped it. He went down. He went straight down, and he's covering his head. And I knew he was hurt really badly because of how he was sitting there. That's why if you look on a video, I'm looking over, I'm like, I'm making faces like that. And I just see a bunch of blood just gushing from him. I'm like, damn, like, obviously something happened. I didn't know what. And then one of the commissioners came up to me, told me that his eye is busted really badly. I was like, ooh. And then when we went to the back, they, we're sitting beside each other. And that's when I really seen the cut and I seen how bad it was. And I was just like, ooh. And I told him, I said it was an honor to be in the ring with him. He's been in there with veterans,
Maidana, like he's been in there with some real people, man.
been in there with real people. So, I told him it was an honor to be in the ring with him. And, I told him I was sorry.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, I told him, yeah.
That's the kind of guy you are, bro. Because like you have nothing to be sorry about. Like you actually did him a favor, like because of your name. You know what I mean? Like you gave him the rub in the co-main event. Like he's not co-main eventing against anybody. You know what I mean? So like you have nothing to be sorry about. But that's hilarious to me that you apologize afterwards.
Look, in the ring, I'm an animal. Like I am. I really am. I'm not a nice guy in the ring. I'm really not. Like I become a different like. I have a different mindset in there, like I have to. I'm a warrior. When I'm in there, I'm a warrior. You know what I mean? When I'm out, I love God, and he's number one, right? So it's like when I do something like that, he's number one in my life. So when I do something like that, and afterwards, where it's not the warrior in me anymore, it's the person who wants the best for everybody, right? So I'm on the outside. I already won. I'm feeling good. I just right away I was like, man, like I'm sorry, like I pray that you're good, that you're gonna be okay. So yeah.
Well, that's a perfect segue into the next thing we need to talk about is Flavio Michel. Like I don't know if you know this, because I've been watching a few of his fights since I found out that's your next opponent. He likes to showboat. He likes to talk, and you don't. So like this is an interesting style clash. Like, what's the press conference gonna be like? Like, are we gonna keep it respectful no matter what, or like? No holds barred. If you come at me, I'm coming at you.
Look, I anticipate on who I fight. It depends who I fight. I'm a very humble person, and I'm the type of person where if someone's not humbled, they need to be humbled. And they will be humbled. And if he's not a humble person, he will get humbled that night. That's for sure. And I won't have to humble him before. The only way to humble him is in the fight. And that's the game plan. But even if he's humble, if he's a nice guy, whoever he is, we're just we have a game plan. We're gonna stick to him. We're gonna do what we have to do, right? If he has a big mouth, he might just get it even worse if he has a big mouth. But
have you watched any tape on him at all?
Oh yeah, I watched a lot of tapes. I know who he is. He's fought some guys I fought in the amateurs.
Just the fight I watched this afternoon, he was like throwing his hands up against the guy, and he was like kind of putting his hands behind his back. I'm like, this guy's a little bit like a showboater. I like it though. I like the style clash. I gotta admit that.
I didn't see that one. I think when he fights someone who's a little bit better and he knows that it's a good opponent, I think he changes a little bit. He's not as cocky, I guess, because I haven't really seen the ones that he was winning. I looked at the ones where he had close fights, or
this is the one he knocked him out. That's the difference.
Yeah. And look, I'm just gonna do what I have to do. That's the game plan with me. Is just I know just the videos I see. I already know what I have to do with this guy, and he has no idea, what's coming.
Bro, and new, man. Like, you look spectacular. I imagine that's the only focus, right? Like we have one goal in mind, and we're going for it. Like we need that first world title in pro boxing. You've done it all in the amateurs. You've done it all in the amateurs, bro. It's your time, right? That's gotta be the motivation.
It is like this Canadian title is. I'm gonna be very honest. I never wanted to go for the Canadian title because I was just like, I'm going for the world title. Like this Canadian title. Nothing, I know a lot of
rephrase that. A Canadian title, not a world title.
So this Canadian title, I know guys that are not that good and they have had the Canadian title. This is the truth, even especially in other weight classes as well. So it's like for me, Canadian title was never a big deal. Like I just always, I'm trying to stay as humble as I can be, but I always thought I'm way above the Canadian title. Like, it's the way I always looked at it. But in my career now and just talking to my manager and stuff, this is a great. I'm Canadian. You know, why not? Why not go for the Canadian title? This is, to me, it might seem like it's something small. It's a small step towards that world title. For me, it's something small. At the end of the day, for the fans and for people to watch, being Canadian, professional Canadian champ is a big deal. It might not be, but it's a big deal. So it's like, you know, why not? Why not? Personally, I think becoming the national amateur champion is a lot harder than becoming the professional Canadian champ.
That's damn near Olympics, bro. Like it is.
Yeah,
It's a totally
huge
different animal.
difference. And I won the Canadians 4 times. And most of these guys you see pro who are like undefeated records, or you know, they might be Canadian champ now. They've never won nationals. In fact, I know some guys that couldn't even win provincials, and they're the Canadian champ. So, and even in the past have had a lot of those. So it just shows you, you know, that you know the amateurs was a little bit more difficult. But look, this is still pro boxing. It's not easy getting the title. At the end of the day, no matter who you're in the ring with, it's always a risk, right? So I think that it's going to be great winning this title, showing everyone, you know, what I'm capable of, what I have. That you know, I'm going to be, you know, the next big thing coming out of Canada. And this is just a small step towards that world title. And I think this is a way of showing people that, look, like, I'm the best in Canada. You know, there's no one better than me in Canada. And then after that, just go for other titles. We have another plan. I have another fight lined up May 21st, and that's going to be for I think WBC or WBA belt. It's going to be like the silver
Like
belt.
an intercontinental, like a
Yeah, something like that. I don't know
yeah,
which
yeah,
one.
yeah.
It's something like that, which is great. You know, that puts you in like the top 20 or something like that, top 40 at least. So,
Oh yeah, a
you
lot
know,
of guys they use that as a stepping stone. Like Amir Khan's done that. He was the intercontinental champion.
yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of
Bro,
these guys.
that's
So,
huge. That's absolutely huge. 3 fights in 3 months, and 2 of them are world title, or one of them's a world title fight. When the
yeah,
next one's a
yeah,
Canadian title fight.
yeah.
Bro, you're killing it, dude. Like you.
Oh man, I got a great team. You know, Red Owl, just everyone behind Red Owl. There's so many people doing a great job, and
Now
you
I
know, I'm
know,
excited.
and I know Red Owl was going with pay per view. By the way, super approachable guys. They've been showing us love on Instagram all week, promoting the show. I love it. I can't wait to meet these guys. Like they
They're
seem
awesome.
like all about you, bro. Like I had this. I was on my buddy the other night, right? And he
Mhm.
goes, "Well, that guy was for top rank. Why would he leave?" And I'm like, "I'll tell you why he left. Because they were too focused with everybody else, and they don't show him the love that he deserved. Now he's at Red Owl. He's at the top of the food chain, and he's getting the promotion. He's getting the fights. He's getting everything that he's ever wanted, and he don't need no Bob Arum like not giving a fuck about him when he's got like a whole squad ready to die for him, buy out his contract, and he's like, oh, I get it now. You know what I mean? It is amazing move, dude. It's paying dividends. Like I'm telling you, dude. Like you're killing it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
with that being said, does this rule off like with the pay per views going forward with Red Owl? Does this rule off going back to like a derby room kind of thing, like with Marv Nation? Because although it was free, probably like under promoted, great. I was impressed with the camera work. Honestly, it was the
Look,
walkout, everything was nice about it,
yeah,
except for the promotion. That's the only downside I had about it. I was like, this could have been promoted a little better.
yeah, yeah. You know, it's I think we're gonna talk about it. You know, they love this out there. People want to see me again. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I think I was like the fighter of the night. Maybe not the fight of the night because it wasn't that much action because of the opponent that I had. But look, I think I was the fighter of the night. They
Oh
seen
yeah.
something special. They seen that I'm world class. You know, just the way we present ourselves and just the way I fought that night, it just showed who I am. You know, that I'm world class material, and I think they want us back. And you know, it was a good show. And if we can put on a few more fights there, why not? You know, I love fighting in Cali. I love fighting anywhere around America. And, you know, it is a possibility. We're going to be fighting here in Brampton a few times as well. And, you know, eventually, you know, we're going to do even bigger stadiums. Right now, this is great just to get some fights in. But later on, you know, we're already talking about a few things. And, you know, right now they're very excited. You know, they're doing great things. And, you know, with my help and my guidance as well, I think that, you know, they've already have so much connections that I brought them together with. You know, I brought them together with everybody. You know, Lennox Lewis is involved with them and stuff like that now as well. and just all of boxing Canada. You know what I mean? So they have the right people behind them now, and they're getting more connections as well from America. So it's going good. The sky's the limit. Like we have so much opportunities that we can fight on so many different cards as well. They can do cards. So you know the main goal is to get some fights in, you know, and four or five fights down the line, go to Showtime, PBC, Fox, like these broadcast people, and just put on a show for them and show them what we have, and then possibly get a deal, the Zone or any of these people, right? That's kind of the goal, and I believe we can get that done after 4 or 5 fights down the line.
So okay,
They'll be calling.
so let's say, like, I don't want you to look forward by any means. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that, but let's say everything goes perfect world, right? Everything goes
yeah,
great. All 4 fights, we get the deal. Everything, right?
yeah.
Who's your dream opponent? Like, I see a couple guys in mind. Like Ryan Garcia is an amazing matchup to me. I mean, both long guys, both look around the
Yeah.
same way. I mean, like, I'm looking in my mind. I'm looking at all these top guys. I'm thinking,
Look,
wow, there's the fight, right? I mean, that's just me. Who do you think? Who's on your radar, bro?
so Ryan Garcia is a lighter weight class. I think he's at 135, I believe.
Yeah,
I think he's at
but
135. I'm
he's
at one.
big. He's big for that weight class.
Yeah,
And
he
he's
could
tall
go up.
He
guy.
is.
He could go up.
He is, and I believe he'll go up to 140, but 147 is a tough weight class for him. He won't do well in 147. I think it'd be stupid for him to come up to 147. But you never know. Look, he's young, right? He's still young. He can still grow, and look, he has the fame already, right? There's so many people following behind him. So if he was to go to 147, there could be mega fights that could be made for him. You know what I mean? And by that time when he's there, I'm gonna be up there as well. I'm hoping to be world champion. Who knows? That could be a fight that could happen, right? I just think he's small, just like
Mhm.
Gervonta Davis. He's an animal, right? He's an animal. He's a beast. He's fought at 140. He's just too short for that weight class. He's too small for 147. He can handle himself. He has power. He has speed. He can still handle himself. I think a lot better than Ryan Garcia could at 147.
Yeah.
But he's just too small, and like it just doesn't, not just for me, for other fighters in that weight class. Like even a guy like Terrence Bud Crawford, he's not a tall guy, but he's way too big for Gervonta Davis, and it just wouldn't make him to go up unless he goes up to make
147.
one mega fight, to fight, let's say, Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence a year from now or something like that. That could be a possibility. But there's so much guys at 135, 140. It doesn't make sense for any of these guys to come up to 47. It doesn't make any sense. There's so many guys. There's Teofimo Lopez, Devin Heaney, Kambosos, Lomachenko.
That's a wild
Uh,
division too, man.
it, it
Holy
is. So
smokes.
sense for give them to go above 140.
Yeah.
So for me at 147, honestly, right now there's a few world champs. There's Ugas, he's world champ. He just beat
Okay.
Pacquiao, right? So he has
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the belts. Errol Spence has one of the belts. Terrence Crawford has. I think Errol Spence might have a couple.
I think
Terrence Crawford.
I'm sorry, pause you, champ, but like you said Terrence Crawford, and like
Yeah, he's the
the
147er,
top
man.
rank connection, you and Terrence. I mean, it ranks itself, right? Like
He is the
Yeah.
147-pound champ,
that's
man.
promoters' wet dream there. I mean, we both promoted by the same guy. We both left the same guy. I mean, right? Right? That's just me. Like,
I fought in his undercard twice, so I know Terrence, who's talked multiple times. You know, he's a nice guy, and yeah, I think he's one of the best at that weight class.
I think
He's
he
the
is
most.
too. Yeah, he's great.
He's amazing, man. Like I think he's better than Errol Spence. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Me too.
He-
Me too. I've been
he-
on record saying that.
He's slick. He's very smart, and he breaks his opponents down a different way than, let's say, Errol Spence. Errol Spence breaks his opponent down by just hitting the body, throwing a lot of punches. That's how he breaks his opponent down.
Rocky style.
Breaks his opponents down by just smarts. Like he mentally breaks them. Before even physically breaking them, mentally he breaks them, and then he starts breaking them down physically as well. And once he feels comfortable, he switches. He switches to. That's when he switches to orthodox. And when he switches to orthodox, it's like, damn. He feels comfortable and he's ready to stop this guy.
So you love
Right.
this. So like this is a matchup that you just wanted to respect. Like this isn't like a bitter thing. You just like you love this guy. Like I love him too. Like he's one of my favorite fighters. Like so like that'd
Yeah.
probably be your dream, right?
Look, I would love to fight Terrence because I love fighting guys that are smart in there, and he's smart and he tries to box and he's not afraid to let his hands go. He's not going to run around the ring, right? He's gonna box. He's gonna come out to fight, and guys like that, I've always loved to fight guys like that because it brings out the best in me, right? Same thing with Errol Spence. Errol Spence is a great fight. He would bring out the best in me. Um, Even Ugas he's a great fight too. He would bring out the best in me. All these the top 10 guys would bring out the best in me, and I think 147 is great for me. I'm very tall for that weight class. I give any one of these guys a lot of trouble, and I believe that, 4 fights down the line, I'll beat these guys. I need these 4 fights, feel more comfortable in there, do my thing, just keep learning. I haven't fought really in the past 4 years much. So, I need these next 4 fights so I feel more and more comfortable, and I'll be ready for these guys. And I believe I will beat these guys and I will be world champion.
I'm gonna tell you, Danny Garcia comes to mind too, champ. That should be a name that we have. I like that fight.
Yeah, that's a great fight too. And it's true. Before we get to these top guys, we're talking about Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. We definitely need to beat a guy like Danny Garcia, right? I think Ugas is gonna lose. So like Ugas, there's a few other guys. There's a lot of upcoming guys too in my weight. So
let's go, man. I'm ready for it, dude.
Even not Victor, Virgil Ortiz. He's a great fighter too. He can take a punch, and he's not afraid. He has.
It's crazy.
You have pretty much as good of an experience as Virgil Ortiz too. Like, you have just about as many professional fights as Virgil. Like, he's only got 18. Like, you're right there. You got shafted on one decision, so.
And it was a bullshit call too. We all know that.
Yeah. But now that I'm staying busy, this is what I needed, right? Like, I started long. Like, I turned pro when I was 19, so that was a long time ago. I'm 27 now, so it's been a long process. But I just haven't been busy. So I've learned in the past, and most of those, you got to remember, a lot of those were knockouts in the second round, first or second round. So I haven't done many rounds. So even my last fight, it went to fourth round. I learned so much from that fight. I became way more comfortable. So I'm just excited to see what these next 4 fights is going to give me. I'm going to be learning so much from them. And I'm just excited because I see the world champion, me. I see it. I already see it now. You guys might not see it, but I already see it. It's right around me. And
let's go, dude.
I see myself as world champion already because I feel it. I feel it. And
you're right there, dude. You should. The jab was on for a guy that took 2 years off. You wouldn't have seen it like last weekend. Like, you looked fantastic, dude.
Yeah. I felt good, but I still seen some mistakes there. I was
just about to ask you that. Is there any holes that you see that you could patch up?
Yeah, I see a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff I want to work on. A lot of stuff I want to do it differently. But just the fact that I haven't fought for over a year, and then that fight didn't go so well. I didn't feel good in the fight before. That happened a year and a half ago. I didn't fight for 2.5 years before that. And then before that, again, it's been a while. So the past 5 years, it's been slow. It's been very slow. So, obviously the way I looked and the way I felt was amazing compared to what I've been through in the past 4 years. So, I was proud of myself, and I was happy with my performance because, I was able to show and I was able to do the stuff that Lennox has been teaching me in the gym. So I was proud of myself, but I definitely have some stuff to learn on. I definitely have to gain more experience, and I believe it's gonna come. It's coming. Each one of these fights is giving me more and more experience. So
it's all in the gas tank or in the mileage now, bro. But
yeah.
So in that counter when you dropped him, did he hit you? Because the camera angle was kind of bad. I could only see his back. Like, I couldn't see you.
That's what's funny. I don't know because the commentator said he did, and I asked him, I asked my coach, I'm like, did he? I was like, I don't.
I didn't see because it was the camera angle was at his back. Like, I couldn't see. I was like, did he hit him?
If he did, I didn't feel it.
Okay.
If he did, I didn't feel it. It wasn't a big punch. If he did, it might have grazed me because I kind of blocked it off. If he did, but I might have completely blocked it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I can't tell in the camera angle. And but we have other footage too. I'm gonna look at that soon. I'm gonna have the full fight with that, and I'm gonna take a look. I think that one might be a little bit closer, so we can see. But yeah, he might not have. I might have completely blocked it, but if he did, I didn't feel it at all. You know, I at most he partially hit me, but honestly, I don't know. I don't know. In the fight, honestly, it felt like he didn't even touch me. I was just so focused on, I seen him throw, boom, boom, and boom. It happened so fast that, yeah, I don't
It
know.
was fast, dude. Your speed was on showcase last night or the other night. Like it was super fast. You blink and he's gone down on his ass. I'm like, what the hell? What happened?
Yeah, he was like, damn, what happened? He looked, he was like, damn, what happened?
Yo, so is it safe to say that Benjamin Whitaker is off the table now, champ?
No, I want to bust him off.
Yeah.
I want to fight him, man.
Let's go. Let's go.
I want to fight him. Again, he lost again, so it's like I don't know.
Two straight. How
More
you beat
than
the
two.
phenom and then lose two straight?
More than two straight, but
He lost
look,
three. I haven't looked at his boxing record since the last time we talked. That's all.
yes, man, I don't even know. Like I don't care about him. It's the truth. I really don't. Um, I'm I'm past that. But I need to avenge that one loss I got. I have to.
Well, I imagine if you put some hardware on your waist, I mean around your waist, that'll be more than enough incentive to get his ass in the ring. Correct?
Yeah, I think so too. Especially if we get that WBC or WBA belt.
Yep.
I think that'd be perfect. And I would love to bring him out here, right? That's the thing. But for this one, we're doing the Canadian title. We were thinking about asking him for if he wanted to fight for this one, but I think he just lost and he got suspended, so he wouldn't have been able to anyways.
True. Okay.
But we're going for the Canadian title, so we need to fight a Canadian for the Canadian title. But
So you can only defend against
no,
Canadians. You can't take it
no
abroad.
my team and we're not focused on him, right? Eventually, I do want to fight him, but he's not in the picture. That's something that I would love to do, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Like I know that there's different levels, and I know I'm going to be world champion, and he's not. He's not going to be. And that's I'm not trying to, say negative things, or I'm not trying to, be nothing like that. But you look at his style, and he's not world class.
You look at the fight. He didn't beat you, in my opinion. I rewatched it after we talked last. Like he just didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't that close, dude. Like I don't know what they were watching. Like, you could have been more assertive. You could have done a lot more with the right hand. But the jab was right there. He didn't barely touch you with anything.
I know, man. Trust me. I watched it a few times, and I'm like, man, like how did they give this to him? How? I can't believe it. I know it's a close fight, but I'm the upcoming fighter. I didn't fight for 2.5 years, and I still, I had control of the whole fight. So I don't know. It didn't make sense. A lot of these rounds, they were close. I gave him 3 max. I'm gonna be honest. I gave him 3 rounds max, and even the rounds that were close. But I was like, man, I won those rounds.
Yeah.
I won those rounds, and I was just like, I'm happy though. I'm happy that this happened this way because I learned so much from that fight, and because of that fight, Lennox started training me. Because if I wouldn't have
after that fight, I was going into it's a blessing in disguise anyway. Because without them, who knows what would have happened, right? You could have been with Chris Johnson, and then maybe you guys realized you're not a perfect match at the wrong time. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I would have stayed. And look, dude, I'm not taking nothing away from Chris, but Lennox is Lennox. He's amazing. He's the coach ever. I can't ask for anything better here in Canada.
Well,
and
I don't want to stir the pot, but I was on his IG to see if he would show you any love, and he took everything off. There's nothing you would think that he hasn't talked to you in 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We were keeping on down low. I only bringing this up kind of now. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna feed it. People tell me just feed it, give it to people, man. People need to hear this. It's gonna elevate you. People are gonna be talking about you more. So I listened. I was like, you know what? I'll do that because he's been training me for a year, and it's like no one knew he's been training me for a year. No pictures, no photos, no nothing. I stayed quiet, and then we just want to come out with the bang. And look, at the end of the day, what Lennox is doing with me, he's never done this with nobody. Yeah. Nobody. He's never trained anybody like this. He's never had.
No, I was talking about Chris Johnson. Sorry, champ.
Oh.
His IG. I was because I just wanted to see.
Oh, thing off. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Look, Chris was like, he was always like a father to me. I grew up. He was my coach.
So was
He
there was there a little hurt going like parting ways? Was it mutual or like is that?
So look, at first, I'm gonna be very honest. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to leave him. I'm very loyal.
Loyalty, right?
I'm very loyal, and I didn't want to leave him. And I told my people, I said, look, and everyone told me I have to. I have to. I said, look, let's bring in another coach. Let Chris be at least an assistant coach, and we can bring in a world-class coach, and just Chris be at least assistant. I don't want to leave him.
Yeah.
They look, Chris, the truth is Chris is going to be like a bad apple in your tree. Maybe not for everyone. They're not trying to speak negative towards him. They're not trying to say that he's a bad person. But for me, it's just not working. They said it's not good. It's not going to be good in your career. And, I was put in a situation where I just lost the fight, and I have these, this new manager, and I was like, they're advising me with stuff. And I told Chris, I called him, I said, look, I'm in a situation where like I have to leave you because, I have to. The truth is I didn't want to, but I have to do it. And I told him this was the truth. I didn't want to, but I had to. And in the position that I felt that I was in, because I was getting so much support from them and so much support from my whole team. And, everyone, like, I'm not just saying my managers, I'm saying everyone was telling me that I need to leave. I have to, even random people that, don't know too much about boxing, even people who, everyone was saying it. It was just, they heard what he was saying in the corner and stuff, and they're just like, you have to leave. You have to. Anyways, and, I want to still keep in touch and stuff like that, but I just seen that Chris didn't take it well. He didn't take it in the right way. And, I still have love for Chris, but I don't want that negativity. I don't want him to see my stuff.
You're trying to go to the absolute top, right? You don't need someone bringing you down, like mentally. Right?
No, I don't want no negativity. So, I unfollowed him off of everything, kind of blocked him off of everything. And, I love him. I love him. I want the best for him to this day. And, I'm very thankful for where he brought me. Very thankful. I'm very thankful for him. I'm never going to forget that. But right now, I just need that quiet because of since the fight before, and it was just too much negativity. And I wanted to go past that. So I was like, you know what? I don't want him seeing my stuff. I don't want to see his stuff. This is something that, I had to make this decision right now. And, that's what it is.
Well, hopefully God willing that he comes around one day and, he reaches out or something. Because like that is a shame. You guys been through a lot together, Like he was with you your whole journey.
No, he messaged me, he messaged me, and it was a nice message, but also not. He said to me, he's like, an in shape you, no one beats you. That's pretty much what he said, and I agree. An in shape me, no one beats, and it was nice for him to say that. But obviously he still probably has some stuff inside of him. I know he loves me. I know he wants to train me, and I understand, right? Like it was definitely a difficult time to go through. It wasn't easy to make that decision.
Man, I get it, dude. Like that's gotta be, and that's like the nature of the sport, though, right? Like it probably wasn't easy leaving Top Rank either. Like this is like you kind of dived into the unknown. Like you bet on yourself and you went with it, and this happened to pay off, right? But it could have went the other way too. So like that's the crazy thing about the sport.
Yeah, it's true.
So, like obviously you're in camp right now. I'm gonna ask you a couple quick questions before we end. Like, what's a cheat food, champ? Like while you're in camp, like when you get your days off, is there cheat food? Like, do you have time for that? Like, what's going on?
Look, throughout the training camp, no.
Oh, here we go. Complete access.
Crazy. My diet was crazy. This past couple days, since I've been home, obviously I have a couple cheap meals. You know what I mean? I had to because I'm telling you, man. Like my diet was it was amazing. My diet was amazing, and we were eating so healthy. It was so easy to make 147. I was feeling great. I still feel great. I'm probably about 156 right now. So, I didn't gain too much weight. I know I'm fighting soon again, but I wanted to gain that weight to feel, I want to walk around that weight, and then just a couple of weeks before the fight, slowly bring it down, just like we did for this fight. and I felt great, man. Like I felt great at 147, and I'm very good with my diet. All I eat is chicken breast, anyways. So even on my cheat days,
Chicken wings.
um, chicken breast. That's it. No chicken wings, no
No
chicken
wings.
legs,
Oh, dude, you're killing me.
no beef, no nothing. I know, man. I'm so picky. All I eat is chicken breast and some fish.
I love fish
So
too. What are you talking about? Salmon, steelhead trout.
yeah,
What else?
salmon,
True. Salmon. You can't go wrong,
mostly
bro. You can do
salmon.
so many different things with it, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
amazing, bro. Anyway, dude, we gotta wrap it up, bro. But like, it was a play. This hour went way too quick. I love talking to you, man. Hopefully, we can have you on like ASAP. Like, whenever you want to come on, you let us know. You're a family of the show. We're Team Zol all the way and new. We can't wait to see the fight. You gotta try to score us tickets, fam. We know we talked about it. We gotta try to
I
score us
got
tickets. We need that post-fight interview. We want to see it in the flesh. We need that first
yes.
title in Canada. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yes, it's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a fun night. It's gonna be a memorable night. It's gonna be the first title that I'm gonna have, in my professional career. So this is the first one of many. So
Oh,
it's
and
gonna be a
so
special night.
you're in the group chat now. You guys send us the your address. We're putting together a package, BTGAT package for you. We're gonna send you some merch, everything. We'll hook you up, bro.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you.
Bro, we love you out here, bro. We got your back always, man.
Yes.
Anyway, brother, and I can't say this enough. Thank you for taking your time out. Like, it's no joke. Like, you're in the most dangerous sport ever, and you're taking time out to talk to us, and you're going for a world title, a Canadian title. Pardon me. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
We appreciate the time, man. God bless you, brother.
Thank you. God bless you too, and thank you for having me.
Have a great one, champ. Good luck. We'll check in very soon. Promote the hell out of it as soon as Red Owl drops a flyer. Red Owl at the Owl Nest, correct, Brampton?
Yes, yes.
Flavio Michel, main event, Canadian world title, 147, and new. Is that what that's the slogan, right? In camp, and new.
I guess because it's vacant. So
Someone's getting
yeah.
and new. So this is it, bro. There's gonna be and new. But I'm telling you right
Yeah.
now, it's gonna be the Phenom's belt, baby. This is your time.
Yeah.
Your
It's
time.
my
You're
belt.
going for it all. We love you, bro. We're here every step of the way. We got you.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys, man.
Thank you. We appreciate you too. Have a good one, champ. Hope camp
Yeah.
goes great.
Thanks, man. I'll have you guys come into the training camp. Come closer to the
got
fight,
our-
like
we
2
got
weeks
our-
before or something like that.
We got the road gear ready, bro.
Dog, you just say it, man.
Yeah.
We'll work it out. I'm on 12s now, so I got like 3 days off a week. Like, we'll figure it out, brother. Like, you just let me know.
For sure.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
All right, for sure, man.
All right, brother. I'll see you soon, man. Oh, enjoy
Okay.
camp. We'll check in soon. Let's go. And new.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Thank you.